This is the train we will ride. Okefenokee Swamp Park Railroad. Lady Sewanee. Duh.
Cross ties. They would cut the lumber into cross ties or the logs into cross ties and sell them to the railroad. Now, another reason Obadiah might be king is he killed a bear with a club, and we've been talking about it ever since. He also had 20 children, so many that he had his own one-room schoolhouse organized, and so neighbors could walk to Obadiah's one-room schoolhouse where his children went to school. Now, if you didn't have a daddy that was motivated to get an education formally for the children, if your mom could read, she probably would teach you to read using the Bible, the King James Version. And a lot of swampers actually spoke with a vocabulary that clearly they used some of the terminology from the King James Version. The swampers were very self-sufficient. Swampers sneeze. Something from the trading post. They would pull a boat over to Fraser's Hill, that part of the swamp, and they would trade furs or maybe syrup or honey for things like coffee, salt, gunpowder so they could keep hunting, lead so they could melt bullets, and flour so they could have biscuits or bread. But these are the outbuildings, the smokehouse, corn crib maybe, outhouse, chicken coops, and something you probably are familiar with, and that will be a cane mill or a cane grinder. Sugar cane, that was the swampers' main source of sweetening their food or their coffee. And a couple of days ago, a friend of mine and I, we cut down all of the sugar cane in the patch over there. It kind of looks like corn. And she was the mule. And Kathy, Scrap. They'd make a soup from the meat of a red-headed or pileated woodpecker. And you would eat some of that woodpecker soup every day for 5 days.
These are cherries.
Now, does anybody have a wart that you need to get rid of?
I got several.
You do? Well, let me give you a swamp cure to take with you.
Uh-oh.
It will make our lye soap in, hog fat, water, and lye or potash, which is something that the swampers could leach literally from ashes. Interesting. Now, eventually they could buy it, which they did, or trade for it.
not gonna move. Yeah.
Yeah, they train them to do that so you can get good pictures.
At first I couldn't see the head toward us until I looked. There he is.
We'll feed them dog food, apples, and honey. Because they're one of the few turtle species that can completely close up in their shell. When they stick their head, feet, and tail in, they have hinges on the front and back that close up like little doors. As you can see how Max has basically boxed himself in for protection.
Well, even the back of his shell is brighter.
Yeah, that's another difference too. But some females can have a little bit brighter shells, but it's gonna be like the coloring like on their head and their feet that's gonna have more coloring on the male. Now another difference between males and females. Bite into fruit, into insects. Now they're not going to bite you if you find them in the wild. All they're really going to do is close up in their shell until you leave them alone. See, these guys are used to being held and touched for these shells, so that's why they don't close up like a wild one would. And they're not like snapping turtles, which are more likely to bite you.
Boy, don't I know it.
Now another difference between the males and females, if you see that the tail on Max is a lot bigger than on the female. You can see his tail sticking out, whereas on Mickey, her tail is a little bit more, it's a lot smaller, it's not as noticeable, but you can see it sticking out if you look close.
We didn't have box turtles at our house, did we? Ours were great big flat things.
Yeah, we have other turtle species here in Georgia. Another turtle species we have soft shell turtles, which are they're usually a little bit flatter, and their shells are a lot more soft. They're the ones that have the kind of the longer nose. If you've been in that Swamp Creation building, we have a soft shell turtle in there you can look at.
Have you been to the Chattahoochee Nature Center in Marietta, or outside of Marietta?
I'm not sure if I have.
They have the most incredible selection of all sorts of tortoises, I should say.
Yeah, we have other turtle species here at the park. We also have gopher tortoises. We have the common snapping turtle and a musk turtle. Now the gopher tortoise, main difference between tortoises and turtles is that tortoises are strictly land only. Tortoises will not go to the water at all, even though these turtles will go. Even though these turtles stay on land a lot, they will sometimes go in the water.
Look at this. He says, "Open the door for me now."
So the tortoise goes in the
It
water.
implies they mostly eat small mammals like rats and mice. But rat snakes have also been known to eat small birds, eggs, and lizards. In fact, all snakes have about 100 teeth in their mouth. So even though this guy here will not bite you when you hold him, if you do see a snake in the wild, please leave it alone, because any wild snake can't bite, even non-venomous ones. Sorry. But snakes really only bite for self-defense. If you see a snake, as long as you leave it alone, you don't mess with it, it's not going to mess with you. They should push off their old skin. And this is what the skin will leave you look like after it sheds off.
Yeah, I've seen.
Okay, let's pull your tail out.
shadows.
Okay.
No.
I know, you didn't like that, did you?
Want to feel the skin?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You want to hold the snake?
No, he doesn't do that. Okay, Brownie
like
likes
snakes,
it.
but you don't like spiders.
I hate spiders. I will hold rats
I'm
and
2 years old. Now, first thing you'll notice about Creature are these yellow stripes on its body. These stripes serve as camouflage to help it hide, because gators this size are actually prey to bigger animals. Distress call. It basically kind of goes like, I'm sorry.
He doesn't do the cough at the end.
No, well, I've been coughing a bit recently, but yeah, they do that chirping to call for mom when they feel threatened. And then mom will come running to protect her babies.
Now, can they?
Sharp, so if this guy does bite. So I'm gonna let you hold him if you want to, but I'm gonna have to take this.
Hi there. I know. You think I'm crazy too, don't you? You see how his eyes are his eyes are up and down. And if you want to see a funny looking animal, go see a goat. His eyes are parallel to the ground.
A what?
Horizontal. His irises are horizontal this way.
On what animal?
A goat.
A goat?
No, sir, you're not jumping out of my hands. No, you're not.
I never noticed that.
No,
My
you're
brother
not.
used to keep goats.
I had to pass it just for safety reasons. Because this is the last animal I'm bringing out to touch.
Hi, creature. Hello, creature. How you doing?
Now, these bumps on its back, you see, these are actually rows of bone called osteoderms. Those serve two purposes. First, they serve as armor to protect the gator. When the alligator gets older and bigger, those osteoderms on its back will get harder and stronger. The skeleton you saw in the gift shop when you came in, that's Oscar. Those disc things on top, those are the osteoderms. That's what they look like.
A recreation of Walt Kelly's studio. The man who created Pogo. With all of his comic strips on the walls and Pogo in the corner. I guess that's the Sunday comics.